Hi Vishal. Hi Trap Beta. Hey Fahad. Hi Pankaj. Um, Look guys, I will turn off the stream for a bit because Farooq is still not here. I told you in the last vlog that there is some delay of the train. Like train is not functioning between two stations. So the problem is that he got a bit late. And as soon as he's here, we will start our normal civil engineering session. But because I also studied civil engineering, hey Anthony, hey Zamal, I mean, it's better if we can just keep it for civil engineering because, I want to just make it very specified for mechanical, for electronics, for civil, and so on. Hi Madhura, hi Vishal, Aman, hi. Hashir, yeah, I got too many emails and now it's too much, so I'm just trying to cover everything in videos. Adit Makwana, please explain taxes in Germany. Look, in Germany, taxes really depends on your income. So it's not like if you cross 50,000, you have this much. If you have 60,000, this much. Rather, it depends. It grows according to your salary. Yes, Uh, Pradyun, I'm from Deen Bandhu Chotu Ram University of Science and Technology. Naina with 49%. Alright, guys, I will pause this stream for a minute and I will get back. फारूक सबसे ऊपर है. वही तो मैं कहा नहीं तो जर्मनी में आके तो पूरी आदत हो जाती है. जर्मनी में आके तो पूरी टाइम पे आता. 15 मिनट पहले आने वाला था तो देखो 5 मिनट लेट आया. ओके स्ट्रीमिंग. ऑलराइट गुड. Hi guys.
Hello.
Anybody here? Alright, good. We are live. So we will keep these questions only related to civil engineering as much as possible. So Narendran, is there more opportunities regarding civil engineering at European countries? Alright, you start.
But you're the expert in civil.
All right, I will look in civil. If you study masters in civil engineering, you will never be jobless ever. Like at least not in Germany, because all of the times these small engineering offices they are finding civil engineers to do just some calculations and other stuff. So that's the thing. The pay is less, but otherwise there is no problem at all for jobs after your masters. But you need to know German. That's important.
And yeah, if you need to work as a good civil engineer, then you need to know all those German standards as well for civil. So that's one point you need to learn before coming here if you want to work as a civil engineer.
Exactly. I mean that's correct. I had to start learning these German codes like
yeah.
These last fella is like these loading cases and yeah, like all that. So it was a bit tough, and I guess one of the reasons I just skipped structural engineering afterwards. But there's another question. They ask, what is the scope? Right. Abhishek is asking, what is the scope of environmental engineering?
Okay, so if you're talking about Germany, so since it's a developed country, you have lots of jobs here because, like, if you talk more specifically about environmental engineering, it's about making your environmental more better or just sustain it. So the developing countries are still working to make it more better, but since Germany is already a developed country, they have good standards, so they are trying to sustain it. To sustain it, they have several jobs, like you will find administrative jobs, engineering jobs, you will find jobs in industries to make their own treatment plants to dispose the water. So there are several job opportunities.
And would you also say that even for environmental engineering, like you guys need to learn German, or the
Yep.
professor said something about it?
Like German is definitely necessary because of the interaction. But you can find jobs without German, but you need a good experience already in your job to get in such a position that you don't need to interact with a good German level.
Okay.
Or else, like, you will definitely need German, yeah.
Mhm.
But if you're at a really high post, then you don't need all that typical German technical terms. But for that to reach there, you need to have a good already experience from somewhere to reach there. So if you're coming as a student, doing here masters or coming just after your masters, so you need a good German level.
Mhm.
That's right.
And one guy is asking how much CGPA is required for a good university. I don't understand what a good university means here.
Most of the universities here in Germany, in German scale, they want you to have better than 2.0. So just convert it in the German scale, should be better than 2.0, it's good, or else try your luck.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, I have 2,3, 2.3, so I'm still studying at the TU. It really depends, like, just apply to as many universities as possible. In TU, the evaluation system, it's very plain, right? They don't
Yes.
ask for your CV, they don't ask for SOP, they
Yeah.
don't ask for
Or
anything.
LORs.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
You just have to submit your transcript. I think that's it, right? The transcript and
They ask CV, but I don't think they take it too seriously and stuff.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, in our when I applied in my
Okay.
field, like they didn't
Yeah,
ask for it.
for us, they asked for a transcript and a CV.
Okay,
That's it. And that eligibility, TOEFL or IELTS.
okay,
Yeah, that's it. So they're not so strict. But yeah, they say that better than 2.0 is
Yeah.
always good.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole focus is just for the grades in your bachelor's. I mean, most of the focus is there. How much is your CGPA
Like here or coming from Bachelors?
in bachelor's?
In Bachelors, I had something like 1.9. But like just in the boundary of 2.0, so it was not so good, definitely. Yeah.
No, 1.9, it's still really good. But
Yeah.
like according to Indian, because most of us don't know the German one.
In India, I had 8.7 out of 10.
I'm a guy with
It's not-
7.43. No, I mean, it's tough to get that grade.
Yeah.
All right. Rabiul Hassan, please share some information about Master of Architecture. No idea. I mean, as soon as we have somebody for architecture too, we will cover that topic. Is it good to study bachelor's in automotive? I think you should have been there in the last session with Prayag. 44% can we apply for bachelor's?
You mean 44 in
12th?
12th? Why not just try?
Yeah. I mean, generally, like in bachelor's, everybody gets a place.
Yeah. And you will anyways have to do some 6 months to make your degree equivalent and eligibility stuff.
Yeah, it's
So,
one year course
1 year, okay,
of
yeah.
this Studienkolleg.
So he can try.
Yeah, Kunal Panchal, scope of engineering management. Any idea?
Scope of engineering management. Oh, okay. I was reading the question below.
Let's
Okay.
go down to that one.
Yeah, so
afterwards.
scope of engineering management. Oh, yeah. Like if I can tell about environmental engineering management, it's really good. They say it's better than environmental engineering because they need a guy who is taking care of their management stuff. So they get someone who's taking care of their engineering and management stuff all together. So for good posts, it's really nice.
I would say the same. Like, I'm also studying international management and engineering, right? And everybody is crazy about it. Even in TUHH, the course I'm studying, it's at number 5 in the whole, like, Germany. And they made a huge deal about it. They were like, if you don't get good grades here, we're not going to recommend you to the companies and all that. Like, it was a very stressful first day. So I would say if you're going for engineering and management, learn German. That's important. After learning German, do your masters properly, get good grades. That's also very important. If possible, do a exchange semester somewhere. Go to Hong Kong or I don't know, America, wherever you want to.
Yeah.
Amit Srivastav, can you please tell me, is Rostock University good for masters?
Idea about this university.
Okay.
CGPA for civil student, I think already covered.
Is it good to study undergraduate in automotive? If so, then what would be the circumstances for an 18-year-old fellow? All right, let's address this question. Look, bachelor's in automotive, it's not a bad idea. Now, I mean, Germany in general, it's known for its cars and its machinery, and even Prague talked about it yesterday that if you're coming for mechanical engineering, you will always find some kind of interest that you can pursue afterwards. But let's address the second question. Like, if so, then what would be the circumstances for an 18-year-old fellow? Farooq, what would you say? Like,
For
if
an
you're
18-year-old fellow?
Yeah, if you're 18-year-old and you're coming to Germany.
It's really good. He can learn German really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can learn German really fast if he's just 18.
Yeah. And
he's in the learning stage right now.
What would you say? Like, will it be difficult for him to mingle?
Yeah, for sure. If he has done his bachelor's somewhere already living in a hostel, then it will be fine. But if he's coming directly from a family, it will be a little bit difficult, but not so difficult. It's not something that you can't take a step. For sure, you can do it.
Yeah, Zamal. I mean, if you've already been away from the family, you know how to cook, how to stay away, and go through the down times and high times on your own.
Automotive from Germany, I think it's really a good option for him if you want to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sir, is GRE and TOEFL necessary for an Indian student to get admission in German college for masters? Ayush, the thing is, GRE is not necessary. I mean, most of the universities don't even ask for it. I don't know if environmental asks.
No, they don't ask. I don't think in TU Hamburg they ask in any course for GRE.
Yeah. I think the same. Like for me too. Like I never gave GRE, so it's just IELTS and the German exam. And for international courses like Farooq is doing, the environmental engineering, just the IELTS part.
That's sufficient. GRE, I don't think I don't think they ask for GRE here in Germany. But some universities, if they ask, you can look in that. But it's not so important.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm in third year in mechanical engineering and I want to do my master's in Germany. So which is the best stream should I go and has more chances to get job quickly? So me, again, come on, like we had the session last time. Khangesh Mata, what is the scope of electrical and IT engineering and which college is the best? Look, I don't know. I always find that the question of scope is really vague because Germany is a developed country, every kind of field has jobs here. No matter if you even learn cleaning, you will find job for that too. If you are a priest, you will find the job for that too. You will find a job for everything. So scope is a very vague question and I don't know how to address it. If you do your masters properly, you get around like...
There are two things like scope and the stream which they ask a lot. So if you're doing in a stream which you really like, so you will definitely get a job. So find a stream that you like, don't find a stream that has lots of scope. It's the other way around. You have to find a stream which you like and then you will definitely find so many jobs so you don't need to worry about scope and all. If you're finding a stream looking about the scope, and then you really need to worry because you're not so passionate about it and then you will be trying to find jobs and stuff. So if you're looking for a stream, just look about what you're working, look about the courses which you're studying, which is more interesting for you, and then you can specify, so I like this is my specialization, and then there are several jobs. You will find it. That's not a big deal.
Now, Rituja Ghosh is asking, I have 65% in my BE, do I stand a chance for a free university? I would say, why not? I mean, Fachhochschule, right? Like a lot of Fachhochschule take students with a lower percentage too. I would say if you have a percentage above 75%, then you can even think about, that all right, you will be safe in a TU or something. But below 75%,
it's a little risky.
Yeah.
But if you have some good paper publications somewhere in your bachelor's, then it can boost up your CV. It can cover up your percentages. I mean, that's the only recovery if you have
Mhm.
some good publications and stuff.
And even I think like work experience is really
Oh
really
yeah,
important.
yeah.
Now, either you have good grades and you have zero work experience, like I had 3 months of internship. I think everybody needs to have that in India. So that was it. I applied with that. What was your
For
profile?
me,
You were
I
applying?
didn't had any work experience. I was a fresher, but I think the CPI worked for me.
Yeah.
So that was it. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't had any publication or work experience, but only just my bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm. Um, please tell PhD and DAD details.
PhD.
Aditya, look, all of us do it like that. We just go to the Dart website and we just try to read there. Even for masters, we did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I think like even if you're looking for PhD, you
Yeah.
can find information there too.
Or there's one more easy way, not easy, but that is the best way. There's second option if you want to look for your PhDs. Just go look for some good universities for the topic which you're working on. Go on the profile of the professors, and then the professors sometime in their own profiles they announce like PhD positions, so you can get more positions from there. But all these positions they are usually in that, so you don't need to struggle so much.
Abhishek Murthy is asking, can I please get a list of master courses in civil engineering? All you have to do is go to DOD now and just search civil engineering and you will get the list. I mean, you don't need to ask anybody for the list.
And I don't think list is so effective in your case because the title doesn't matter. You need to go inside the course module and then see what courses they are teaching.
Exactly.
That's
I mean,
why.
they're so different. For example,
Yeah.
they have in Dresden, they have this access course that's also for civil engineering.
Okay.
Now this advanced computational
Oh, it's
something
in
something.
Dresden, yeah.
Yeah.
And in Dresden, they focus more about structural engineering, and
Yeah.
maybe somewhere else you go in civil engineering, and they're focusing more on transportation. So you need to look the course modules for
Yeah.
that.
In TU Munich they have transportation. In Hamburg they have environmental engineering. Um, in some universities they also have about this hydrology. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
something.
hydrology.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
also civil related, right? Irrigation and stuff like that. So you need to look all of it for yourself. Uh, Timushin Nurgaliev. Do I have a better chance of making it to a German taught course than English taught one if I have a low CGPA around 7.43? I wouldn't say 7.4. I wouldn't say it's low.
It's low. Yeah, it's not low.
Yeah, I mean, I have 7.43 and I'm studying in a really good course. So I think you should try. If it doesn't work out, then you can always come to a German taught program after learning some
Yeah,
German.
but if you have an opportunity to go to a German taught program, that means you have a good German skill. So it's better to go to a German taught program. You don't need to learn all those technical terms after finishing your masters.
Yeah, but
If you really want to do in Germany and if you want to go somewhere else, then it's better to do in English, and then you can go anywhere else as
the
well.
thing is, Farooq, for me, like it was a problem when I started studying civil engineering, bauingenieurwesen, and it was like shear force was something like Querkraft, then bending moment, bigger moment, and blah 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 blah. And it got too much for me, and
Okay.
for the first 3 weeks, like I wasn't able
But
to.
you don't
understand
have it
properly.
like in bachelors, they give you some month and then you train yourself with those technical terms and stuff.
No, it
Okay.
wasn't. The thing is, the major difference I found was when I started into this international management and
Okay.
engineering and the civil engineering
Okay.
part. Like civil engineering was just a normal master's program. Nobody cared about it. Like in this one, we had
Yeah.
the proper orientation day,
Okay.
and they told us about how the course is going to be and
Yeah.
everything. And in civil engineering, it was nothing like that.
They don't take civil seriously.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they just think because everybody who studies bachelor's there,
Yeah.
they study masters there. Like there's nobody who's coming from other universities.
Okay.
How was in environmental engineering? Like, did you guys have a
Yeah,
orientation
we had
and everything?
orientations and then kickoff sessions and meet and greets. We had everything.
Alright, so what are these things?
So first
Oh.
you have something like meet and greet session where you interact with your seniors. Like when we came, we were totally new, so we interacted with the students who are in the third semester. So you meet them and then you ask all the questions with them about the courses, lectures, practicals, your exams, and how's the pressure about studies, which subject is tough, which is easy. Everything you can just ask to your seniors. And then you have this kickoff session, which is by the professors of various institutes. So you can make your questions more formal and so that once you meet your seniors and then you know, okay, you're sorted with this stuff and you're still left over with these questions, and then you can ask the professors over there, or there are several PhD students which are more experienced. And then comes this orientation ceremony, which is for everyone. It's for all the master students all together, where they tell more about the university. So we have these several programs, and we have this one ceremony by the IT services, where they teach you how to use TUHH, the webmail, and everything. So it was pretty much organized. Yes.
That's really nice. I mean, we had almost the same thing, not so detailed, because Farooq is going in a proper international course, and the course I'm going to, it's still like German international, something
German
like
international.
yeah, it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had the same things, but not so much in detail. Let's go to the next questions. How to cope with German standards. If you're
German
talking about
standards?
civil engineering,
Oh, you mean like the construction standards and
yeah,
stuff? Okay.
yeah, you can just go through these Euro codes. 1, 2, 3. I think 2 and 3. Second is for this concrete and something.
Yeah. No idea. About
Okay.
these codes.
And a third one is for steel construction. Like, just go through all of them. Plus, if you will be doing your masters here, they will, just put all those things in the curriculum, so you don't have to go extra and learn or read all of it.
But like in my bachelor's, when I did in civil engineering, they used to give a comparison to us with Indian standards and European standards. So I think you will have some idea about it. You just have to read it in German.
Mhm.
That's why.
Any difference in building techniques? Farooq?
I don't think they use all these bricks that we use in India, so it's totally different.
Yeah, I mean that anyways.
Yeah.
The thing that I especially really liked about the German building culture is that they try to make every building unique. In India, what we do is like we
Copy,
just put
paste some maps, yeah.
we just put some bricks together,
Yeah.
and like every single bridge is boring, every single building is boring, and I like almost really despise how we make things there. But here, every bridge is different.
Yeah.
Like they put so much efforts, so
And the
much time
architecture and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Like yeah, even architects, they work very closely with the engineers to just build everything together. Plus, they put way more emphasis on steel rather than concrete, so you will find a lot of steel structures rather than concrete structures. I mean, in India, I don't remember the last time I saw a steel structure, but
I
here,
saw bridges and all as a
Yeah.
steel structures. And here they need to make the buildings more insulated, so the construction is totally different as we do it in India.
yeah, you're right. Vibha Vasan, hey, please keep sharing the tips for IELTS, especially for writing task part 2. Okay, I have to do that later sometime. Ibrahim Hafiz, confused between power engineering and MBA since your last video. Which one is better?
You started already confusing people with your videos.
No, but do you have any idea about power engineering? Is it even like a course related to civil engineering?
I think it's something with mechanical.
I
guess.
think the
I
same.
have no idea about power engineering.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's
Yeah.
for civil. Shrikant, 7.7 CGPA enough? Yeah, Shrikant, I mean 7.7 is not bad.
Yeah,
Apply with
it's
it. Yeah. Yeah, Shreya, I know the cat was behind us. Alright, we had some nice questions here. Mahes Varan is asking whether learning AutoCAD, Revit, 3ds Max, Primavera, and StatPro. StatPro. I even forgot how we pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's useful in Germany. Farooq, you can start.
Yeah, like I'm not doing civil engineering, but for sure they are really important, because once you learn all those programs, you come here, and then I think they use most of them in German, because I've used AutoCAD and it was in German. So once you know the program, so you can just cope up with the German version and you can learn it. But if you come here and then you start learning it, so I don't think they have all these coachings here for you to learn. You have to do it in YouTube and stuff. So it's better to learn it and come. And for designing and all, yeah, AutoCAD for sure is necessary. StatPro is necessary, and I don't know about this if they're really important or not. But if you know, they're really helpful.
Yeah, I'll just give my input on it. Mahesh, the thing is, like, I studied structural engineering for one semester. everything that I learned there was AutoCAD, Revit, 3ds, Primavera, and StatPro especially. Like nobody cares about StatPro here. Nobody cares about 3ds Max. I mean, maybe they care about it. Revit is important, AutoCAD is important, and Primavera is important. The software that they use for these static calculations is Sophistic. I will write it in the comment section so that you can already go through it. And it's written like this. I'm not making some weird caps up,
on off
on off thing. So this is an important software. You should go through it. And most of the German universities have a separate proper module. Like you will get 6 ECTS just for learning Sophistic. Because even in the last company where I worked at, they were using Sophistic. They didn't use AutoCAD. They didn't use anything else. Because Sophistic is a German company, and they say if they have some special requirements that they want to add or change in the program, they can just talk to the company directly, and they get heard, whatever their things are.
But I don't think like they teach you from scratch for environmental engineering. They taught us this ArcGIS, Calypso, and all softwares. So they started teaching us. It was not so difficult to start learning it from zero.
Mhm.
So I think if you don't learn and come, it will not be so difficult for you.
Of course, it
Yeah.
will not be like they like give you the basics. They take you from 0 to like 100.
Yeah, and if you're coming for job, yeah, then for sure it will be really
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, of course. Vasu, tell me about mechanical engineering. Let's become babas and let's tell people about everything. Come on,
okay.
Vasu. I mean, we cannot do this, right? I mean, we are civil engineers. If there are a lot of questions about mechanical engineering,
Can
please
put on
make
it,
sure,
yeah.
to go to the old video too, because Prayag answered most of them already. So, yeah, that's it. Ankit Acharya, I'm from Nepal. Can I study MBBS free?
I have no idea what it
We
is.
don't know about it. Skanda Venkatesh, which is the good course in civil engineering? I think you can give some inputs about some courses that you know or what you know about
For
it.
this, I would just like to say to Skanda that dude, you have to decide. Oh, sorry, did I miss that name? Okay, yeah. You have to decide which course is good for you. We can't say it. We'll just say you like which we see having more jobs here or something. But since we are seeing it more jobs, it's not definitely sure that they don't have more jobs for different courses. So you have to decide what course is good for you. What we can do is you can tell us about 1 or 2 courses which you're confused, and then we can help you with that. But if you want the list of all good courses, so I think all of them are good courses. That's why they are a course, because they are good. They just keep on starting something which is not of use. It's useful and it's good. That's why it's a good course.
Yeah, in TUHS they closed so many courses like past time.
Yeah.
There was this international production engineering. It got closed because it was not like working out that well.
Yeah.
If there is a course that's available, like you
Yeah.
can think, all right, like people are coming here and they just made it out of interest and efforts. So just don't think that.
I think
it's a
that
good or bad.
international process engineering, they combined it something with mechanical engineering.
Yeah, now
management.
it's mechanical
Yeah.
engineering.
So they
management.
they take care of all this stuff better than you and us. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, anyways, like good is really an abstract term.
Like, I don't know how to define something like good course and bad course.
Exactly. I mean, look, I know it is very hard to come out of the mindset that we have in India, because in India we know, like everybody told us, all right,
Yeah.
oh, civil is in boom right now, and just
Yes.
go for civil engineering.
They will tell you about 2-3 relatives of yours who are earning really good money in civil
Yeah.
engineering, and they will keep on comparing. They do it with every engineering.
Yeah.
So it's not something like good and bad. Just decide what you really want to do.
Yeah, the major problem that I found was that, for example, in Germany, they have after their 12th class, they will have 3 months or
Yeah.
3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks where they will go into different offices.
Okay,
And-
that training in summers, yeah, that's
yeah.
cool.
No, after
Yes.
after their 12th grade, like they get to know, all right, how will it be if I work in a bank? How will it be if I work in a civil engineering office? How will it be if I work somewhere else? So this is very important, which we don't have in India.
I think students even visit in labs here, and they work a little bit on the big projects going. They just take care of some stuff so that they know how it feels and do they really like it or not. And then if they don't like it, they go to somewhere else and they keep on trying it. So it's really something nice.
Hmm. Shreya Pandey, what happened? Does TUHH offers robotics? Yes. Yes, they do. Mr. Sando, have you experienced racism or discrimination? And are there many cases in Germany?
Hmm. So far, I have not experienced any. But as said by Consulate General in his last speech, he said that he didn't get any complaint from any of Indians. So I don't think someone better than him knows about all this stuff.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I had a like we already had 2 times this case. I mean, the thing is, most of the foreigners, like,
Okay.
we don't see, or we are not observant enough to see how the people are behaving,
Okay.
because we are like
Yeah.
we don't care, like, all right, somebody
Yeah.
is giving us bad looks or something, we wouldn't really care about it. But like, even in the own building where we are where we are staying, Alina and I, we had a problem with the
Okay.
neighbor, and they're like, yeah, you immigrant and something like that.
Oh,
And once we were like buying some stuff, and there were like
Mhm.
two old German
Okay.
people, and like they were making faces. So this happens, and
but it depends what his
Exactly.
definition of racism means and stuff.
exactly, racism. I don't know. I mean, for some people, I don't know what racism is. For me, racism is if somebody treats you badly just because of
Yeah.
the color of your skin. So what happened in my case? It was that. Yeah. So
But it's not something that you should get scared of and stuff.
yeah, I mean, most of
Yeah.
us don't experience it, Farooq. Like,
Yeah,
so
like
many
I
Indian
said,
students, right?
yeah. And like most of the times you experience it and it's normal, and you take it to your skin tone and stuff. So it's not something that you really need to be worried about.
Yeah.
Even in India, if or in some other country, if you're traveling from north to south, there are some differences, and then you face some stuff. So it's not something you really need to be worried about.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, I mean, people just have bad
Yeah.
day, and then they think, all right.
Yeah.
Abhishek Sharma is asking which has better scope, environmental engineering or transportation engineering? You can start with environmental.
So environmental engineering here for sure has a good scope. I think if you're working as a transportation engineer, they might be having someone as an environmental engineer as well there for their project.
Yeah.
To take care of stuff so that they are taking care of your earth, what they say. So environmental engineering for sure has a good scope. I don't know about transportation engineering.
Environmental engineering in general is a booming field in Europe, especially in Germany, because they are very, very conscious about how much CO2 they are producing, they're
Yeah.
sending into the environment. Even TUHH, they had these Klimasparbuch. Remember, we got last time these small booklets which said how much CO2.
Oh, it was in German. I didn't even read.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, environmental engineering, no doubt, it will have a good scope in the future too. For transportation engineering, with transportation engineering, you can apply to companies like Hafafao. Like, in Hamburg, we have this local transportation company. In Berlin, you have transportation companies. So in general, whichever company is planning transportation, even this German railways, you can go there too. With that too, like, you have a lot of traditional fields and companies where you can apply at. With environmental engineering, you can apply to this Fraunhofer Institute.
Yeah. There are several institutes for this. But in environmental engineering, I would like to add that if you broadly classify it, you will have two types of jobs. One, when you're taking care of entire thing like big issues, global warming, climate change, and stuff. And the other jobs will be when you're making some treatment plans or you're treating your waste and stuff. So here they're taking care of both the sections. So definitely they have more jobs than the countries where they're just treating water and not taking care of global warming or climate change or big issues. So here they're taking care of both issues and they have really good standards. So any company which is working or trying to establish, they need to take care of all these standards, and for that they really need engineers. And they also need a lots of research for this as well, because they don't know what type of water is going to come out from the industry, and they cannot just put any plant because the standards are so high. They need to take care of it, and then they need to do some a short research of it.
Yeah, plus, what did I want to say about environmental engineering? Hmm. Anyways, I forgot.
That's
Uh, my percent is 86% in 12th, And what will be the requirements to get an admit into a good university? Are you talking about masters, Zamal, or are you talking about bachelors? Uh, Akshan, Akshansh should say it. Without experience, is it good to pursue masters in Germany, or should I work for a year or two? What would you say?
I had no experience. I came here. I didn't start searching for a job. But I don't think, as I talk to my seniors, I don't think there is really big difficulty. But for sure, if you have experience, it's good. Because when you complete your masters, you will already have an experience of 2 years with your masters. So for sure, it's good. And if you're coming without an experience, I don't think it's a really big issue.
I mean, so many students they just extend their masters just to do an extra internship somewhere.
Okay,
in
yeah,
some
you can
company.
do this as well. You can take a break of 1 year or stuff, and then you can go for internship, or even you can work for a student job. And while your masters, you will get an experience as well.
Yeah, but I think work student job is also counted as experience,
Yeah,
right?
if you're working as a work student in your technical companies, then it's counted.
Uh, Hari Krishnan, do I require GRE score for admission to TUM? Hari Krishnan, just go to the TUM website. You will find all of that information there. Type your course and go to admission requirements, and you will see if you need GRE or not. Most probably you will need GATE because TU Munich and Aachen they ask for GATE these days. They don't ask for GRE from Indian students. Tazim Asraf, do I require Master of Construction and Real Estate Management, Condom, HTW Berlin, University of Life Sciences,
Why do you
Berlin.
require?
Are you asking like how the course is, or Tamujit Chobe studying France versus Germany?
That's good something.
What's your suggestion?
I've not studied in. I would say Germany. I felt more comfortable in Germany.
Have you studied in France?
No, I just visited there like tourist, so I was more comfortable in Germany.
I don't know, Tamujit. I think this will be a question which would be best asked from somebody who studied in France.
Yeah.
I have a person in mind for that too. Yeah, maybe we'll make a video about it someday. She lives in Hamburg. All right, let's go to the next questions. We lost it. Here.
Okay.
Bro, it's electrical power engineering versus MBA in terms of salary after masters. Please do.
I think you put it a good link for comparing salaries and stuff.
Yeah, this was this
Yeah, I think you
Gehalt.dt.
can repeat it.
Did you join my session last time?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got the notification on my way that you're already online. Like, oh damn, yeah, he did it.
Anand Gautam, dentist here. Still hearing you speak. Is it weird? Anand, like if you're a dentist and if you're like studying in Germany, please let us know. Like we're already finding people who have studied medicine so that we can make a video about it. Arun P. Nair, what about the Bachelor Engineering Mechatronics TUHH? Way out of our league. On what basis will they give us admission in bachelors? My percentage is 86%, and what are the other requirements? Zamal, go to www.dart.de, go to bachelor section, go to admission requirements. They have a general section for admission requirements. You can read there. Then you can go to the university where you want to apply, and then you can read the admission requirements there.
And just take care while checking all this. They don't care much about percentage. They will take care about what's it called, credit points. How much credit points do you have in your bachelor's? Like they have different sections for that. If you're coming for environmental engineering, they have different sections for water treatment and waste and energy and stuff. So you need to fill that credits in your bachelor's. If you don't have them, that means you're not even eligible. So that's more important than your percentage.
Yeah, he's asking for bachelor's anyway, so I think he's in 12th.
Okay, 12th.
Anyways, Surana. Even facts. You can check out masterportal. Okay. Thanks for responding, Jayant. How is the scope for electrical engineering? Electrical is awesome, IT is awesome, computer science is awesome. Don't worry about these three fields. Rakesh Bambani, how is the scope for electrical engineering for MS in Germany? No, I think
Did you
I
read it
repeated the
again?
same question again. Technical blocks. Bro, at present, I'm from third year civil engineering. I'm diploma.
To choose after. Oh, he's asking which diploma I should choose after BTech.
No, why?
Oh,
Don't
I'm in dilemma.
Yeah, you're
Dilemma,
right. Uh, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, you will definitely have a better lifestyle in Europe than you will have in India as a civil engineer, 100%. Like, there are people, they're doing jobs for 15,000 rupees. Like, in my university, I will tell you my personal experience. The students, they studied so hard for 4 years. In the end, the companies came and they are offering 15,000, and TCS came, like TCS goes everywhere.
Yeah,
And
TCS goes everywhere.
yeah, and they were giving you, I don't know, 30,000 or something, or 25,000. So even here with 3,300 euros, you can live a way better lifestyle than you would live in India. So I would suggest you to come here,
Yeah.
but learn German. It's
And if
important.
you're coming for your masters, then for sure you should come here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're in
They
third year.
really train you in these 2 years. They're really going to train you.
Hmm. I think they're getting repetitive. How much percentage we should have for bachelors minimum? Shri Harshad, it's nothing like that. Look, either you will come with student colleague or you will have to apply just like that. I think the percentage you can also check in the video I made for bachelors with Ayan and Yash. I think they have mentioned their percentages there too. Abhishek Tripathi, how many courses are similar in civil and mechanical engineering? I mean, as far as I know, even in our bachelors, we had these strength of materials. It was common in civil and
Okay.
mechanical. Then we had this engineering drawing. It was common for
And you have
us.
some subjects by chemistry. Some chemistry subjects are also
Yeah,
common.
these chemistry, physics, all these subjects are
Yeah.
common anyways. I don't know if you're asking for Germany. If you are, I mean,
I
don't
think in
know.
Germany they will have this management subjects in common, business subjects in common. But I don't know. what
Yeah, even in
exactly
bachelors, they teach you proper management
Yeah,
subjects.
so that would be for sure
Yeah.
in common. How is computer science in Germany like job opportunities from campus?
Who is asking? Shekhar Dhana. Bro, how is computer science at Germany like job opportunities from campus? Look, one thing I want to clarify, there is nothing like campus placement in Germany. Like you have to go to job fairs, you have to apply to companies by yourself. It's not like some companies will come and they will take students from the university. That's not how it works.
Yeah, but I think the most they help is they have this career center. You go there with your CVs and you go there with your letters, and they just improve it. That's how they help you.
Mm. Nadia Mehboob, which uni is best to do bachelor's in civil engineering? Uh, I had a talk with a guy yesterday, and he is like his elder brother is studying civil engineering. I would personally say that Stuttgart is a really good university if you want to study civil engineering, you want to do your bachelor's there. Most of some really, I mean, I know some companies, it's like Schleichwegemann partner, they studied in, like the CEO studied in their bachelor in University of Stuttgart. Knippers Helbig, they studied in Stuttgart. There are some other different firms like whose CEO studied in Stuttgart, and they have a really strong alumni circle. So if you want to do it, you can go to University of Stuttgart. You can try applying there, or you can like the other guys told me about that. TU Darmstadt is good. TU Munich is good. Aachen is good. So in general, yeah, just the universities which have good
Yeah, I
reputation.
think that's only you can compare it, because here they have this good thing. They make this membership with different companies and industries. So when you're doing your project work or your master thesis, you can go there to do your work. So you don't need to go around searching. You already have best companies with the partnership. You just go there because you're in that university. So that's how you can see how is it good or not.
Yeah. When will we get admit letter if we apply now? Vedam Reddy is asking.
Let's do a general question like apply where.
Look, first of all, the deadlines are like this. For winter semester, generally you have deadlines till 15th July. For summer semester, you have deadlines till 15th January. So you can see, like, they always mention that you can expect an admit after this and this date. Or like in second week of August. Like for us, I think for me it was written on the university's website
Yeah,
anyways.
they usually say it when you are expecting it. They give you a big time, and sometimes the deadline is not still over, and you start getting your acceptances or acceptance letter.
I'm schooling in China and I have 75%. Is that okay for a master's program? I don't see a problem in that at all. 75% is good grade.
Yeah.
Why not? Uh, Zamal, this, please don't spam. You can go to the Bachelors in Germany video. I mean, you will find most of the information there, anyways.
There was this good question here. This problem about
This one?
C1. This one.
Uh-huh. Divya Tyagi is asking if I have C1 or whatever university requires level German language certification, do I still have to give IELTS exam for the masters in Germany? I don't think so at all. Like if you're coming for a German speaking master's program, they will not ask you for an IELTS exam. I mean, generally it's also mentioned on the website anyways that you don't need IELTS, you just need to give test staff or you need to give B2 or C1. With that sense, you don't have to like spend your money on IELTS or anything like that. All right. Sunand Pal, what about admission through GATE? Sunand Pal, with GATE you can apply to Aachen and Munich, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there might be more universities which accept GATE, but not that I know of. For till now, I just know that Aachen and Munich they both ask for GATE. Rakesh Bambani, we already spoke about electrical engineering, electrical, computer science, electronics. They're all good, and even IT. Abhishek Anand, your opinion on M.Sc in Computational Mechanics with a Bachelors in Civil Engineering? I think with computational mechanics, you can go to a lot of different fields. What people generally do is they do their MSc in computational mechanics, even with civil engineering background. And with computational mechanics, they specialize in finite element methods. And afterwards, like they can, yeah, either you can go to some software companies which are building these softwares, or you can just apply to any kind of company which creates any product, because you have to check for stresses in any kind of product that you build which has some physical usage, be it a car, be it a ship, be it anything. So I mean, computational mechanics, I think it's a good
And
course
it's
if you
far
want
more
to.
better than just a bachelor's in civil engineering if he's asking. Medical
Alright.
field, yeah.
Just a second. This is done. Piyush Bhar's actually I'm worried a little bit. My brother is in USA. While chatting with him, he told me that if you have backlogs or gaps in your bachelor's degree, then you have less chance of admission. No, Piyush, don't worry about it. Nobody cares about backlogs at
No.
all. I mean, look, in your transcript, there's nowhere mentioned
Yeah.
that you failed this course this many times. Nowhere. So don't worry about it.
And I don't think they even care if you have completed your bachelor's of 4 years in 5 or 6 years, because it's really common here to do so.
Exactly. So in Germany, they don't even care
So
about
even if
that.
you had really a lot of backlogs and you couldn't finish in 4 years, you did it in 5 years, so it's totally fine. Don't worry about it.
Information, no. Is it easy to get job if we work? If we come on work visa after masters with structural engineering with 4 years experience?
Depends on the company.
Madhusudan, are you asking about like you want to do your masters here and you already have 4 years of work experience, or you just want to come directly for? Alright, you're talking about work visa.
Yeah.
The main problem with civil engineers is what I find, like if you don't know the language for civil engineers especially, it's very problematic, because all of the work in the company is going on in German. You have documents in German, you have books in German, you have everything in German. Even your like system which you will be running is in German, so you cannot do anything
The
about it.
login and password, everything is coming in German, so
Yeah.
you have to know it.
Yeah, I mean, plus codes, when you will have to do calculations, when you have to, like in Germany, we have these checking engineers. So what they do is, for example, an architect gives, how do I say,
Map.
task, Auftrag,
Task
a
of
job. If an architect gives a job or some contract to a civil engineer, they hire them, and and those civil engineers give their calculations to a third civil engineer or a civil engineering office, which have to check everything. So in that sense, everything will be in German. Everything will be in German, and you will have problems if you don't know German.
And I think civil engineering is one of the engineerings where you directly interact with all those working in the site. So when
Exactly.
you're going to do it, you have to know the language.
Yeah.
You cannot just interact without the language.
Yeah.
And one thing is that the language of civil engineering is said that the drawings and stuff is the language of civil engineering.
Yeah.
So even for that you need German, because if you're reading the drawings, it's fine, you can just read it. I think it's the same. But you need, if you have to check it with the code, then you need to know what the code says, and the code is not saying it in English. So it's for sure German requirement.
Can we talk about the blocked account, Farooq? I mean, I don't have much experience about it.
Open a blocked account.
Okay. Are they talking about blocked account in India? I think. Right?
I think that's what they're asking. Yeah, for coming.
Yeah, for that you can just even go to Fintiba. Like you can do all the procedure online. You don't need to worry about it. Plus, you will find proper articles about Kotak and this Mahindra online. I will also add some articles. Like I will ask Farooq if he has some.
I think it's already in my blog about blocked amount.
Can you tell me which one is
in
it?
German. I'll put it later.
Okay, we will, or you can type it. Alright guys, Wasim Khan, how can I apply for civil jobs from India? I think you can list out some companies, you can go to their online portals and you can apply like that. Otherwise, there are these websites that I'm mentioning. Zing.de is good.
Yeah, Zing is like a German version of your LinkedIn. So if you want job in Germany, better you make a good profile in Zing, because they don't go checking in LinkedIn, they first check in Zing. So just go for Zing.
All right. Hello, Bharat. Can you share your experience about German taught courses, Umang Gala? Umang, I would really say that German taught courses, they have their advantages in the end. Like after 2 years, you will not have nothing in hand. You will always have this course which you studied completely in German. That will have their own benefits. You will be interacting with German students and like they know the country way better, they know how things work way better. As far as I have understood that, it's very important to have contacts here. So if you're already studying a German speaking course, then you will have contact with the German professors, you can talk easily with them, they can refer you easily to other clients or some other people. For me, the main problem was that it wasn't international. I didn't have any kind of orientation program or anything. So it's like I came from India and I was thrown into this course with everybody who studied already in the TUHH. Yeah. So everybody did their bachelors already there. I just studied my masters. I did my bachelors in India. I came here. I didn't know the system at all.
Yeah.
Like for days, I didn't figure out like what is the should I
for
be.
my courses, like international programs, they tell us everything because they know we know nothing.
Yeah.
So they make it really organized for us. So don't worry about it a lot. It happened with Bharat. It's not going to happen with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So like if you're coming for civil engineering especially, and it's not an international program for TUHH,
just take care of it.
Be careful. Also, you can always like write to the Indian Students Association if you have problems. Engineering Hub. I will learn language in Eurasia Language Institute and then after take admission in MS in German language. Is that a good way? Eurasia is good or not? I would. I don't know. I talked to some people. They say that uh, Eurasia is a ripoff. But if you don't have any other choice, I would even go with Eurasia. And a lot of university which don't have that great reputation. For example, this university in Jena, something, they provide conditional admits, and no university in Germany does that. Nobody gives conditional admits that okay, if you get B2 grade, then we will
Direct admission.
yeah, we will give you direct admission. It never works like that. All right, did we miss a lot of questions?
I learn German, okay.
Is German hard to learn? No, no.
But not so easy as well.
Yeah, it's not so easy as well, but you have to put in time. It really depends on how much time you put inside. Nadia Mehboob, civil engineering or aeronautical engineering, which is better for job prospectus?
Two sides of a coin.
Again, job prospectives shouldn't be considered at all because you will find a job here no matter what kind of field you're studying in. If you make the most out of it, if you have a good end grade, and if you have some relevant experience, for example, you did a work student job, or you have some projects that you worked with the professor, I don't think it will be a problem. As far as civil engineering is concerned, in general, if you have a master's in civil engineering in Germany, you will not be jobless at all if you have B2 or C1 level.
I mean, you can just think it like this. If you're looking for job perspectives, so you're already leaving your country and you're open to go in entire world. So I don't think there's any bachelor's or master's if you're doing and then you will not find a job in the entire world. So don't think about it about the job perspectives and all. There is definitely job somewhere, and it's not difficult to find it. It's not like hidden somewhere and you are not never going to find a job.
Haris Khan, I already talked about the salaries in the third session, so please go and watch it. Vishal, can I ask question regarding MBA, please? Of course. I mean, why not?
RWTH Aachen, it's a really nice course. I don't think they're going to give you a course without a valid certificate. Yeah, but there are some circumstances. I've heard there are some in India that you need to have at least 4 semesters and some credits.
Yeah, for starting a PhD.
Yeah, but for that you need to know what your future plans are. If you're going to work in a company, I don't think the company is going to say that you didn't do a master's. But for some research and other stuffs, they need to have some like documentation proof, and then it's not valid because they said they need 4 semesters for your masters. Because here we have master's program for 4 semesters, but if you're fast enough, you can finish it in 3 semesters. So I don't know if that is going to be eligible in that case or not.
Mother of Agriculture 0707. Sir, how about agricultural courses out there? Like I said, go to da.de and write Landwirtschaft. This is the German translation for agriculture. Or just write agriculture too and see if you can find any
I don't know about if they have good courses or not, but they are really taking care of the agriculture, about the manure, about how much they are giving the insecticides, pesticides and the chemicals, how much they are polluting the groundwater. So they are really taking care of it, so they should have good courses for that.
Tamujit, yes, I will do a video about it. Don't worry. Nazrul, I cannot give the number. Sorry. You can join the WhatsApp group. There you can get it. Anyways, guys, I think the time is up. I didn't even get the time to thank Farooq, like we were just in so much hurry. Thank you, Farooq, for being here.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really nice that you took out
so
1 hour.
Yeah.
Vikas, hi Taya. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this question by Shaurya S.
Let's take this one too,
Yeah,
right?
nice. So if you're trying to compare the job perspectives of environmental engineering and renewable energy, for sure renewable energy has lots of job perspectives in environmental in Germany more than environmental engineering, because they are so much dependent in renewable energy. They make energy out of waste. They make solar energy, waste energy. Although the major part is not governed by the renewable energy, but they have several jobs for this, because all those industries which they have, big industries, they cannot buy the energy from the government. It's expensive, so they try to make as much as their own energy and renew it so that they save lots of money. So renewable energy is a good option here.
Manu Chako, thanks for your email. I have your email too. I'm working on that architect thing. As soon as I find somebody, I will make a video about it. So that's it. We're going to close the live session now. Yeah, Farooq, again, thanks for being here. And thank you guys for joining. The next live session, it will take place, I don't know when. You can just follow me on Instagram and I will tell you. Most probably it's on Friday, and we will have a session with Naveen, most probably, and it will be for electronics. Electronics? What is EC? Electronics and communication.
engineering.
Yeah, engineering. So, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye bye. We will see
Bye.
you in the next video.